I've been reading through this antique diary from 1917. And Anglesey, the woman who wrote the diary, her handwriting is super unique and beautiful. But sometimes it can be hard to decipher, even though I've had lots of practice over the years. As I typed through the diary, I highlighted any words that I just couldn't seem to figure out. And now that my daily readings have brought me to May, I've come back to this entry, where there is a name written more than once that I just could not figure out what it said. And I thought it would be fun to walk you through my process. So one thing that I always have to keep in mind is there is a potential that Inks is misspelling words, especially names. Here, it really looks like she started to write an S and then changed it to maybe a Z. So I can already tell that this name has the potential to be misspelled. At first glance, knowing her handwriting, I know that the last name probably is Polak, and the first name my guess would be either S or Z, Orlka. But it's also written over here and looks more like Zenka. I've had the most luck finding people in the diary on Ancestry by putting in their name, New York as a place they lived, and then choosing 1900 plus or minus 5 years for their birth, because that would make them at least close to Inks's birth date. This spelling did result in maybe a couple of family members, but I didn't find anything definite. So I tried a couple of different spellings, and I did come across a Zorka Polak. Then I searched Zorka Polak in the Brooklyn Daily Eagle, and I found a match. I specifically looked in May 1917, and I think it's pretty promising that we have a match. I also took to Google, and that's how I found my biggest lead. Miss Mary Osborne Zorka Polak, born in 1896 in Manhattan, buried in Brooklyn where our diary writer lived. This is our girl. And I got to learn a little bit about her life. Zorka was her nickname, and it means shining light. She's described as a philanthropist and socialite, which totally tracks with Inks's friend group. She was very passionate about women's health, and after suffering from a rare condition that caused her to lose her vision, she was inspired to help create an organization called Recordings for the Blind. The inscription on her gravestone says, "I have a beautiful life with great gratitude." And this is a perfect example of how rewarding it can be to dig deeper on words like this. I wanted to just say, oh, I can't read it and move on, but how exciting is this? Now, not only do we have another piece of Inks's story, but our friend Zorka, who did so much good, can be recognized as well.